Hello and welcome to this week's At Home with the Wayne. My name is Tracy Straight and I'm the Executive Director of the historic Wayne Theater Ross Performing Arts Center located in downtown Waynesboro, Virginia. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please also look for us on our website and YouTube channel. Tonight we are visited by two of Waynesboro High School's former students turned choral music directors, Storm Burks and Katherine McLean. Join us as they tell us about their journey from musical student to choral music director. We'll see some beautiful videos of incredible voices, and I just cannot wait. This evening's At Home with the Wayne is brought to you by our month of June sponsors, First Bank and Trust Company, Standout Arts, Waynesboro's top-rated web designer, Annie Plumbing, the best plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical service in Virginia. KK Homes, your dream, our team. If you would like to become a sponsor of the At Home with the Wayne series, a partner in the arts, or make a donation to the Wayne Theater, please click on the waynetheater.org link located just above the comments section. Once on our website, look for the orange box that says At Home with the Wayne. Click on Donate Now to make a donation, or click on Become a Sponsor if you wish to become a sponsor of any of our programming. We appreciate any support that you can give. And now, here is Hank with Katherine and Storm.
Good evening. My name is Hank Fitzgerald, and we have this special guest with us tonight. We have Kat McLean and Christian Storm Burks with us tonight. We are so excited to have you guys with us tonight. How are you guys doing? How's your summer? School just ended up?
Yeah, so, I actually just finished my year of school last Thursday, actually, and now I'm just kind of enjoying my summertime. I'm so excited to be here with everybody.
And we're glad to have you. Okay. Storm, how about you?
Yeah, so we are finishing our 5-day graduation this week and a final ceremony on Saturday. So excited for a little summer break, and we have a lot of great plans this summer, that teaching virtual classes and things like that. So it's gonna be fun.
Wonderful. So I have not seen either of you in a while, and it's good to see both of you. We have a past, all three of us, we've done several things together, concerts, musicals, you name it, and it's a pleasure to have you both on us tonight. We already have some wonderful people watching tonight. We have Patra Reed, we have Katie Ward's watching, Jeff Ryman is watching tonight. A shout out to Jeff Ryman. Hi, Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your two former students right here in the house.
Yes.
So, Kat, you weren't born here in Waynesboro. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was actually born in Greenville, South Carolina, and then my family moved here probably when I was around 1 year old. So I've known Waynesboro my whole life, and my two family members are here. My mom and my sister are here. My friend Morgan, Chelsea Burks, who is my great friend and is also Storm's sister. Miss Polly's here. Hey, Miss Polly. Patra Reed, who we all love so much. Nicole Schmidt, who is a great colleague of mine. My Aunt Jane. I have a couple of my students on here, so that's really exciting.
And Alex Sheets is watching from New York City. Hi, Alex Sheets. Good to see you. So, Storm, tell us about where you grew up.
Yeah, I moved to Waynesboro when I was 4 years old. Was born in Lexington. Lived in Buena Vista. I don't have much of a recollection, but you know, Waynesboro, when people ask where I'm from, I say I'm from Waynesboro. It's where I was raised for sure, and spent most of the formative years of my life until now. So yeah, a few shout outs. Who did I see? My good buddy David Dawkins watching. Hey, Dave Owens. A few of my coworkers, Monty, good to see you. David Yeager, so good to see you, friend. So yeah, it's been a long time.
So you both obviously love music and your involvement in the choral programs at Waynesboro High School that you both went through, and finally met up with Jeff Ryman, who's a mentor, a teacher, a friend. And you guys, tell us a little bit about your experiences, and let's show some of those photos of the concert choir photos of you two and with Jeff Ryman. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that, Kat.
So I actually had Jeff starting from 8th grade. When I had him, he was teaching at both the middle school and the high school. So I had him 8th grade to 12th grade. And I really fully believe, and I always say that I became a music educator really because of Jeff. He gave me so many opportunities to start teaching even when I was still in high school. He gave me opportunities to choreograph for the choir and to teach some music for the choir and to conduct. So I really, really credit him to the music teacher that I am today.
And Storm, let's hear your story.
Yeah, so I had Ryan Ostrander, who was also a Waynesboro alum, my first 2 years of choir, my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So I had Ryan for Fresh Tones, and I had Ryan for my first year of concert choir. And Jeff was brand new. And Ryan Ostrander was beloved. He was young. He was wonderful. So Jeff had big shoes to fill, like right off the bat. And he filled them so quickly that there was hardly even a transition of Jeff coming in. And I made it my mission as a leader in those 2 years to really be an ally of Jeff and to make sure that I am going to be a strong, positive influence in his corner. And I built a friendship. You know, he was a mentor for so long, and now he's a colleague. And I still, you know, I'll have questions about a choir trip or this event or that event, and I shoot him a text. Hey, what are your thoughts on this? Like, what's going on in your head? Do you have any good new pieces? Things like that. So you know, Jeff and I really haven't dropped off since the first 2 years that I had in my junior and senior year. And with Jeff, I think it was my junior year. He first came in and he got diagnosed with colon cancer. So first thing walking into that job is he had to take a hiatus. And that kind of what solidified me as a choral director. I've always told people that I like to build things, programs, or like I love playing with Legos as kids. But you know, when it came to building something, I felt like I had an opportunity to like really help out with Miss Dishman. And I felt like I was building this ensemble, and I just got a taste of that, and I wanted more of that. So that moment really was the moment that solidified I wanted to be a music teacher. And so I really like leaned in and was just a total sponge with everything and anything Jeff Ryman said my junior and senior year of high school. So yeah. And
so were you two in Fresh Tones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Fresh Tones.
Was that your choreographer?
I was in Fresh Tones a long time ago, but you know, that was our introduction because, you know, I had David Clatterbuck and actually Jeff again.
Yeah, I love David Clatterbuck.
Teacher during that time. And so Fresh Tones opened my eyes even more to the Broadway musical because, I mean, I liked musicals when we were younger. We all did.
Right.
But we got to hands-on do musical numbers from musicals and learn choreography. And then, of course, they all kept it up in concert choir for all of us, which was very exciting, which brings us to our next, when I actually met you guys. And, you know, we all got involved in Shannon Arts. And I started directing for them, and I met you too. And I did my first show, one of my first shows that third or fourth show that I directed was All Shook Up. And you both were in it. And even Chelsea was in it, and your soon-to-be wife at the time, Sarah Hoffer. So we have some pictures of that, olden days of stage, of All Shook Up. I've got pictures of you in Greece and all those others. So let's show those pictures now. So guys, I remember like when we were in All Shook Up together, you played Dennis and you were hysterical. We had a great cast. It was wonderful. And you know, it was just a fun show.
Mhm.
Blair was in that show. Bob Wright was in that show. Nancy House Connect was in that show. I mean,
Morgan McDowell.
Yes.
McDowell was in
Yeah.
there. Dear Tally, all the. It was such a fun show, and we had such a good time doing that show. And we continued to do several other shows together. We did Footloose together, Cat, which is, you know, it was a fun time. Chelsea was in that one too.
Yes.
Chelsea, give a shout out to Chelsea. Chelsea
Woohoo!
choreographed several shows for me, and she did a wonderful job, and she was in them, and I'm very proud of her. So shout out to Chelsea. I know you're watching.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank
Love
you.
you,
I wish
Chels.
you. So, you know, you guys had such an involvement in music. You had such an involvement with theater, and you just both, and not only did you two at a young age, you started music directing shows. You were music directing shows, and what experience you guys laid out for yourselves. And I was so proud of you guys, and just watching you do these things in church, the community theaters, it was just amazing to watch. And, you know, I want to hear the story going into next, when we're going into these next questions, is where did you decide to go to school, Kat, and why? And what was your choices? And we know that you wanted to be in music education. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I actually started off my college career at East Carolina University in Greenville, North Carolina. It was really close to a lot of family members, and I just really kind of wanted to get away. It ended up just not working out for me. So I actually ended up at Radford University. I fell in love with the program because it was so small and so intimate, and we really got a lot of one-on-one time with all of our professors. So I really loved that because I grew up in Waynesboro, which is a small town, and so I was kind of used to the smaller community. So that is really why I chose Radford, and I have no regrets whatsoever. I met some of my best friends in the entire world there. My professors were top notch, and I am so much of the music educator that I am today because I went through the music department at Radford University, for sure.
Wonderful. And how about you, Storm?
College was all at JMU. I spent 5 years there, and I stayed that 5th year so I could get extra. JMU has a unique experience where there's undergraduate conducting opportunities. At least there were when I was there. And those opportunities were so solidifying in what I was doing. And I was getting to work one-on-one with collegiate professors who, again, as Kat said, were top notch. And I just wanted to soak up everything and anything they had to give me. And actually, one of the pieces we're going to listen to later, Stumble My Feet, is a piece that I got to conduct with the treble choir at JMU. So it's one that I took from college that I wanted to, give to my high school students. So it's always fun to revisit a piece like that.
So in going into your teaching career, tell us a little bit about, Kat, where you are teaching now.
So I am actually at William Fleming High School in Roanoke, Virginia. One of my kids, she is on the live right now, Julia Beasley. She is in my chamber choir ensemble. So we have 3 ensembles. We have chamber choir, we have chorale, and we have concert choir. I actually just graduated from Radford last May. So this was my first year of teaching. And my only year of teaching so far, and it was at William Fleming, and it is home to me. I stumbled upon this job because I student taught at the other high school in Roanoke City, Patrick Henry High School, with Nicole Schmidt, who is also watching, and I fell in love with Roanoke City. So I am just so happy to be at Fleming, to be a colonel, and I think that we really, really value the diversity in our schools, and that is one thing that I love so much about being in Roanoke City and being at William Fleming. I tell everyone all the time, I just finished up my first year of teaching. I learned so much more than I think that I taught. The kids teach me so much more than they understand, and in ways that they don't even understand. But that is really where I've learned so much about being a teacher is in my first year being at William Fleming High School.
Yeah. There are teachers too, definitely. The students
Absolutely.
are our teachers too.
Mhm.
Storm, how about you?
I am I'm at Prince George High School right now. 6th year in the county. I taught 2 years of elementary school, the best experience I ever could have asked for out of college as a teacher.
My first year
Because
teaching,
my philosophy is if you can keep kindergartners engaged for 40 minutes, you can keep high school seniors engaged for an hour.
Absolutely.
So if you can keep them on task for 40 minutes, then you can absolutely keep high schoolers on task. So so I've been at Prince George High School for 4 years now. It's a wonderful program. It's my program. It's a unique community because it is very rural. It's very similar to Augusta County. Big high school, one high school in the county. We have about 1,500 students. We're also the only high school in Virginia that is just grades 10, 11, 12. I don't see ninth graders at all. We have a junior high school, so I get to work with 10th through 12th graders. And I've actually got a few of my students in here now. Madison Shockey shouted out to me, I think, earlier and said, "Go Dukes," and I appreciate that.
Nice.
So Prince George, yeah. So a 10 through 12 school, which is very unique. But I think the most unique thing about our county is, as Kat said, we're very diverse, even though we're in a rural community, because 40 to 45% of our students are military students. We have a military base in our county. So I get students from Hawaii, from Germany, from Tennessee, from Texas. So I feel so like worldly, and I get to, like, again, my students teach me, like, they bring experiences. So and it's disheartening because sometimes we only get kids for 2 years and they get restationed. So oh, Nadia also messaged me and said rude. Sorry, Nadia, appreciate you. She's gonna be our senior next year. Yeah. I love my school. It's a wonderful culture. It's a wonderful clientele of students. And I brag about my kids a lot. And I say I teach the best kids in the state and in the entire school. And I firmly do believe that because they believe in me as much as I believe in them. So it's a great partnership. Mm-hmm.
We have some more people. J. David Clatterbuck is actually watching. Hi, David.
Hey, David.
Gosh, hi.
Good to see you, friend.
Yes. So, guys, we have some videos that we're going to show. And the first one, we have some, the video. Can you describe that, Kat, for us? The first video we're going to show here?
Yeah, so I actually heard the song that I'm gonna sing. Is this the solo one, Hank?
No, this is
Choir. We're in Judea.
Judea. Yeah.
Okay, right. So I actually heard this song for the first time when I was in college. We were at the Music Educators Association conference, and I heard a choir sing this, and I fell in love. And I promised myself the first year that I'm teaching, I'm going to do this with my students. And I was so lucky to have an ensemble that could sing this song, and they did it so well. And this really became, I think, an anthem for me the whole entire school year. And I just was filled with so much pride when they performed this. This was actually at our first concert of the year. So they tore this piece up, and I will just forever remember this piece and cherish it so much.
All right, let's show that video. that was just beautiful. Audience, wasn't that just beautiful? What do you think? Yes, it was beautiful. Beautiful job, Kat. So Storm, your next piece is Witness.
Yeah.
And I know that I did this in concert choir. Jay David, everyone else in concert choir is watching it. We all did this song, and it was one of my favorites. And tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, same. I did it in concert choir. I think 2008, maybe 9. Yeah, I think it was 2008. But fell in love with the piece, and you know, there's good songs from high school that you kind of just keep in your back pocket, and you've got a YouTube playlist that and this one just like popped up. And I was like, I've got the choir for this. Like I've got the kids for this. I want to do this piece. It's an eight-part divisi piece that I had enough of a balance to do this. And actually, in the video, you're going to see it's us performing it at the New York Heritage Festival last year, where Prince George took home the gold. But just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful piece. And kids the kids learned so much from it. So it's definitely one of those staple pieces in American choral music. But before we go on, I want to give a few shout outs first to my wife, who it's our anniversary tomorrow. Love you, babe.
Sarah.
Alex Barrett, good to see you, friend. It's been a long time, and such a successful career for you performing right now. Diane Wade Truslow, congratulations!
Diane!
Retirement, live it up. I'll see you in about 50 years.
Deserved it. And we all have worked with Diane. In several ways. I remember Diane back when I was in West Side Story back in 1992. And I remember her from there, and I got to work with both of you. Well, you on Grace with her at the high school. It was great memories. So we love you, Diane. And so this next piece is Witness.
Yes.
Let's show that video.
Great.
And he didn't believe the same came to Christ by night, wanted to be taught out of human sight. Nicodemus was a man who desired to know how a man can be born when he's old. Christ told Nicodemus as a friend, man, you must be born again. He said, marvel not, man, if you be wise, repent, believe and be baptized. Then you'll be a witness for my Lord. You'll be a witness for my Lord. You'll be a witness for my Lord. Soul is a witness for my Lord. You read about Samson. From his birth he was the strongest man that ever lived on earth. Way back yonder in ancient times, he killed 10,000 of the Philistines. When old Samson went a-wandering about, Samson's strength was never found out. Till his wife sat upon his knee, she said, "Tell me where your strength lies, if you please." Well, old Samson's wife, she talked so fair. Samson said, "Cut off from my hair. Cut it off from my hair, just as clean as your hand, and my strength will come like a natural man." Samson was a witness for my Lord. Samson was a witness for my Lord. Samson was a witness for my Lord. Soul is a witness for my Lord. There's another witness. 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 There's another witness for my Lord. My soul is a witness for my
Wow, that brings back a lot of memories. It's beautifully done. You were in New York when that was performed in New York, right?
Yeah, Upper West Side.
Nice. Wonderful. This next piece, Kat, tell us about that, Silent Night.
So I actually had the opportunity to music direct the female a cappella group at Radford University in my time there. And we did a Christmas concert every year. So I got to arrange this version of Silent Night for that a cappella group. And then when I got to Fleming, I realized I need to rearrange this for my kids. My kids need the opportunity to sing this. And it actually turned into something beautiful because I ended up getting to leave stage, did not conduct them. They conducted themselves and they finished the piece by themselves. And it was such a beautiful moment to get to stand off stage and watch my kids perform. Because as conductors, as teachers, we never get to watch. You know, we're always teaching, we're always conducting. So in that moment, I got to be an audience member, and I will never, ever forget that.
This is Silent Night. Yeah.
Kat, I tried to do that once a concert. It is such an empowering moment just to watch your kids and just say, they've got this. You know, the work has been done. They don't need me. Get out of the way. That's awesome, Kat.
Absolutely.
Good for you.
All right, let's show that video. That was beautiful. Just beautiful, Kat. Wow.
Oh my.
Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful. Storm, this next piece, Stumble My Feet.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with this. I had never heard it before, but it's absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little bit about Stumble My Feet.
Yeah, there's a few different voicings for it, but this is the treble voicing for it. And as I said earlier, I did it with the treble chorale in college at JMU, and I wanted to do the piece again. And I had the girls for it this year. And this performance, it's at our spring fling performance, which is kind of like a pyramid concert, but it's actually a fundraiser for senior scholarships that we give out for students going into the fine arts. So this piece, it's a spiritual. it's a very powerful piece. It breaks down to 6, 7 parts at some times, but it also comes in to make a beautiful unison. And that's what I love about like a lot of treble music, is that there's such a like complexity of just singing a simple melody and then it just breaking out into 3, 4, 5 beautiful parts. So I think this piece displays it well. It has a great energy, and I hope you all enjoy.
I've been walking with the Lord for many a day. Nothing gonna stumble my feet, trying to abide in the straight and narrow way. Nothing gonna stumble my feet, but when my time on earth is done, and I hear my name, and I hear my name. Oh, when my time on earth is done, these weary feet are gonna run, not gonna step, not gonna trip, not gonna stumble. No, I'm not gonna slip, no, nothing gonna stumble my feet when I go to walk that golden street. Now the devil is a liar and a cheater too. Nothing gonna stumble my feet, and if he gets his way, he'll make a slider out of you. Nothing gonna stumble my feet, but if you listen for the Spirit's voice, it's a moment of truth, moment of truth. Oh, if you listen for the Spirit's voice, he'll help you make the right choice. Not gonna stammer, not gonna trip, not gonna stumble. No, I'm not gonna slip, no, nothing gonna stumble my feet when I go to walk that golden street, that golden street. Not gonna wake up, vulture, sway or fall. Not gonna tumble or slide. Not gonna wake up, vulture, sway or fall. Not gonna stumble at all. No, not gonna stammer, not gonna trip, not gonna stumble. No, I'm not gonna slip, no, nothing gonna stumble my feet when I go to walk that golden street. Not gonna stumble, nothing gonna stumble my feet when I go to walk that golden street. Not gonna stumble my feet when I go to walk that golden street, that golden street. Nothing gonna stumble, not gonna stumble, nothing gonna stumble, not gonna golden street, gonna stumble, not gonna golden street, gonna stumble, not gonna golden street, not gonna golden street, gonna stumble, not gonna slip when I go to walk that golden street, not gonna stumble my feet.
That was incredible. Wow.
Thanks.
That was it. So both of you do extracurricular activities outside of your teaching jobs, and I can imagine that they are theater and music, and because that's what we do, so Kat, tell us a little bit about, we have some pictures we're going to show of some production you guys have been in, and tell us a little bit about that, Kat.
So I, since high school, have been performing with community theaters. I also did the productions at school, but every summer I would do a community theater production. I've done All Shook Up, Footloose, West Side Story, Mary Poppins, Shrek, and then I was most recently in Heathers the Musical in Blacksburg. And I, in college, always took note of my professors that performed and had a career outside of teaching, outside of being a professor. So I really try to make it a point to do that as a teacher myself, because I think it is so important that our students and our community see that we are still human and we still love to perform, and it's not just us preaching it and teaching it. It's we're being active about it. So I really still have such a passion for performing and for theater to this day.
And Storm, how about you?
Yeah, so when I moved to Richmond, I was like, I need to find my theater home. You know, Shannon Arts was that for me. It was before the Wayne's time. But you know, I didn't know where that community theater home was going to be, and I found it at Fort Lee, right in the county that I work in. And now I'm vice president of the board, and I've been a part of many productions as an actor, as a music director, and actually I just Sarah choreographed The Little Mermaid, and I had my directorial debut for a community theater show with The Little Mermaid this past fall. So I've been exploring all different avenues. But the whole reason why I still perform and choose to perform, I love it, but it's also to better myself as a teacher. I learn by doing, and I can help teach the process to students because I am actively walking through that process too.
Yes,
So yeah.
Definitely. And you guys have both outside of, and still you both have music directed for me at different times.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, you did Gypsy for me, and Kat, you did Xanadu for me. And wow, you know, and most of the time either you guys were in the show or you were not in the show. It was, you double duty did, and plus you had full time, whether you were in college, you still did it because you loved it. And that's what we do. What are you doing in your extra time? I'm doing a musical. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of our friends that have jobs and they love it. And you know, they're looking for that time to get away, to get out in our community theaters and do stuff. And it's just a great thing. So we have some wonderful clips that we're gonna show. These are performances. The first video of you, Storm, and this is of Anything Goes. And what song is this?
Easy to Love, I believe. Yeah, singing Billy Crocker. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's show that clip.
Others above, so worth the yearning for, so swell to keep every home fire burning for. Oh, how we bloom, how we thrive in a cottage for two, or even 3, 4, or 5. So try and see your future with me, 'cause you'd be oh so easy to love.
That tenor voice, always, you can hit some notes, and you just, it's just at ease. Fantastic. So Kat, you did Shrek with us, and that tenor voice, you played Gingy, and you tore it up. It was fantastic. She did. And we have a clip for rehearsal of you singing the first opening part of Freak Flag.
Oh, hard to say.
I know, it's hard to say. So let's see that video.
Listen up, puppets! We spent our whole lives wishing we weren't so free and strange, that you made us feel that way. When they would be to change.
The way they think, that is.
It's time to start. It's time to say, hey world, I'm different, and here I am, splinters and no.
That's my
Splinters and no.
That was some runs in there, wasn't it? Very nice.
Just like that.
Just like that. So our next clip is of you as Chad in All Shook Up, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right, let's see that clip.
I don't want to get tied down to someone like
Wonderful. So you played both parts in All Shook Up. You played Dennis for me, and then later on you played Chad.
Yep.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So this last song, tell us about it, Kat. And
So
where
I actually first heard this song last summer. I was teaching voice lessons at the Virginia Summer Residential Governor's School, and one of my voice students sang it, and I fell in love with it. It is called Anywhere But Here from Honeymoon in Vegas.
let's show that video.
There's a house in Mount Kisco that I saw from the train when I went to my college reunion. It was sort of old-fashioned and a little bit plain, but I saw there were swings in the yard. And I looked at that swing set, and without any warning, I was totally grieving like a woman in mourning. All that I wanted was a house in Mount Kisco with a rusty old swing set for our baby to ride. Somewhere in New York, winds are blowing, winter's growing into spring. Everywhere you look, things are going anywhere but here. Somewhere in New York, atoms splitting, lovers sitting on a swing. Strange though it may seem, men committing anywhere but here. And I've been patient. We've been dating 5 years. No complaints from me. I've been quiet. I've been waiting, knowing like I know my name, that you and I are meant to be. And somewhere in New York, that would matter, that would make things crystal clear. Any other life, we'd be sitting anywhere but here. Look at them on their way, marching arm in arm, ready for whatever lies in store. Look at us, smart as hell, deep in love, doing well. Still you've got one foot out the door. Don't we deserve, don't I deserve more? 'Cause some days in New York, I'm inclined to change my mind and disappear. One day in New York, you might find you'll look for me, and I will be anywhere but here.
That song is wonderful. I had never heard it before. The song, it's wonderful. As we're closing off tonight, I want to thank you both for joining us, and what a joy it is to see your faces and share your stories with everyone watching tonight. And everyone watching, want to thank everyone that has tuned in to watch us tonight. A couple more shout outs. John Hoy is watching. Hi, John Hoy. John has played many, many shows with us, guitar. He's played bass and banjo, mandolin, you name it. He's played it. Thank you, John, for all you do for our community. So Kat, any word of advice, anyone that wants to get into music, wants to get into theater, some advice?
Yes. So I actually have a couple more shout outs too. Matt Stevens just hopped on. Hello, Matt
And
Stevens.
Matt Stevens.
Oh my gosh, we love you. Anna Fridley's watching. Austin McClanahan. Nicole Schmidt is on. Angie Cole. I just want to say thank you to everybody who came on tonight and supported us and stuck with us.
Yes.
I would say to both parents and students and kids, anybody at any age, how important it is to be well-rounded, especially from a student's perspective when colleges are looking at you. So like to put on your resume, they really want to see you doing different kinds of things. So it's so important that you incorporate something, some kind of art form into your life, especially theater. It will teach you so much, and I promise you will fall in love with it. So I highly encourage everyone, parents, students, get your kids out there, get your kids on stage, get them some performing experience so they can take that with them, and it will teach them so much. It will teach them things that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives.
Thank you for sharing that. And you, Storm.
I'm going to talk from the side of the teacher, the music educator. And I'm going to tell all like my fellow teachers out there and young people who are either looking to go into teaching and are a part of the arts is remember that we are the leaders of creativity. And we are going through I laugh when I use this word, unprecedented time right now with COVID-19 and things being shut down. But as the Wayne is doing right now, they are still finding content that's relatable to their audiences. They're still reaching their audiences. So we as teachers, we as artists, we as performers, we as lovers of the art need to continue to be the leaders of creativity and find ways to still create. Don't ever stop creating.
Yes.
And don't let anyone ever make you stop creating. So to all my students out there, to all my old friends, to all my colleagues, my coworkers, I thank you all for helping me get to this point right here. And I'm not going to ever stop working hard for you all because you all are the reason that I still keep on going forward. So I love each and every one of you all.
And everyone, thank you for watching tonight. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Storm. It was great seeing you guys. Thank you for sharing everything you shared with us tonight. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you at the Wayne. Goodbye.
See you, Hank. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Katherine and Storm. I personally am just so proud of you both and your accomplishments with other students and you as individuals. Thank you. And thank you all for watching our At Home with the Wayne. Please keep checking our Facebook page and YouTube channel for lots more fun from the Wayne. These presentations would not be possible without the support of our Wayne Theater patrons, partners, sponsors, and friends. And once again, we'd like to thank our month of June sponsors: First Bank and Trust Company, Standout Arts, Waynesboro's top-rated web designer, E&E Plumbing, the best plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical service in Virginia, and KK Homes, your dream, our team. If you would like to become a sponsor of the At Home with the Wayne series, a partner in the arts, or make a donation to the Wayne Theater, please click on the waynetheater.org link in the description of this post just above the comments section. Once on our website, look for the orange box that says At Home with the Wayne. Click on Donate Now to make a donation, or click on Become a Sponsor if you wish to sponsor any of our programming. We appreciate any support that you can give. Speaking of support, next week we have a very special At Home with the Wayne. It's our summer celebration benefit, Where the Stars Align. I just can't wait. It'll be from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Please join us as we share just some incredible videos, some of our performers and shows that we've had the privilege of presenting on the Wayne Theater stage. So save the date, join us after dinner, and help support the Wayne Theater next Wednesday night during this live stream fundraising event. Also, please check out our website for our summer camp registration. click on the Education tab. Virtual classes, real memories. Our first sessions begin June 22nd, so don't wait to register. Kids from all around the country can join. Well, actually, all around the world can join us for these Zoom sessions. Thank you again so much for joining us this evening. Be safe, be hopeful, stay home, check in on your loved ones, and we'll see you next week on At Home with the Wayne. Good night.